Good evening, this is Sophie, going live day 241. I'm a busy mum building a business online and I'm recording my journey. I'm going live every day on Facebook for a year. And today I want to tell you how I was nearly scammed. Not badly scammed, but scammed nevertheless. And I got a few lessons from this. So I'll tell you what happened. A few days ago, I believe it was at the weekend, I got an email, very official looking email, telling me it was in French and it told me it was from a sort of YouTube academy. All looked very official. A guy from there sounded very polite, well-spoken, told me he'd come across my YouTube channel, Millionaire Mum, gave a reference to one of my videos that he'd supposedly watched in French and said, my channel's got potential, and basically he said, we're kind of little group and we try to spot talents on YouTube and help them for a year to produce better content and help them grow their channel. And he said, I think you've got potential. If you want to apply, we only select 100 candidates this year, and if you want to apply, I think you've got a good chance of being selected. And there was a link to a kind of presentation video. Honestly, it all looked like a great idea, and it looked legitimate to me. It mentioned that it cost €4.99 a month, that were just to support the platform. And I thought, well, that's not too bad, is it? I mean, it's not much really, roughly $5, right, a month. And if I'm selected, I thought, it would be worth it, I'll do it. So anyway, I applied. You had to apply, so I applied. But already the application, there was something, I can't explain, but even when I got the email, my first reaction was, this must be a scam. Because at first I thought, it's too good to be true. Why would they select my channel out of all the millions of channels there are out there on YouTube? But then it looked so official. I thought, oh, there you go, Sophie, you're doubting yourself again. And and I kind of really wanted to believe that they found my channel. So I went through the application process, but I must say that there I did find it was a bit strange. That I can't quite explain. The French was very good, but some of the wording was a little bit strange. And they were asking us to give details and describe our mission, kind of thing. And at the same time, there was very little space to enter to enter text. So I kept it really short, and it did seem not terribly good for a formal application. But anyway, I did that. I hit the send button. I didn't really think of it anymore. And then 24 hours later, I got another email from this same guy, sounding very polite, but again, kind of asking me for more details. I can't quite put my finger on it, but there was something in his wording that it sounded very intelligent, but it didn't sound quite right. But then again, I speak French, but we're in Switzerland, and sometimes, even though we completely understand French speakers in France or French speakers in Canada, we still sometimes have a bit of a different way of writing, of saying things. So I thought maybe that's just what it is. And anyway, by that time, as he was getting back to me, it sounded very convincing. I thought, no, this can't be a scam. So anyway, I kind of, I gave him a bit more details he was asking about. And then I got quite excited because, it was saying, yeah, we want to promote, help you grow your channel. This is a great opportunity. And I thought, yeah, great. I hope I'm selected. And the way they said, we only selected 100 candidates a year. I thought, wow, if I'm selected, this is really, really special, right? So anyway, this morning, ta-da, I get an email saying, yeah, congratulations, you've been selected. And there was a personalized, apparently it's a jury of 3 people. So there was a personal message from 2 of the members of the jury saying, my channel this, my channel that, and I sound great and all that stuff, all very, very nice. And I immediately, of course, I felt great. And then they said, oh, complete your application form, click this link. So I clicked the link. And of course, there it said, I can't quite remember. There were a few things like, I promise to be good and respect the rules or whatever. And then there was the payment section. And I'm always very reluctant to pay for things if I'm not completely sure that it's good value. So when there was the payment section, I kind of just, I made sure I read the information. And one thing I wanted to make sure as well was that my content sort of stayed my own. So I kind of went through the rules, I went through the payment information, and in the payment information it kind of gave you the option of paying for the whole year, which was sort of cheaper. Then there was the option of paying monthly, and I thought, well, I'll just pay monthly and I'll just do 1 month, and if it's not good value I can cancel. But then again, I don't quite know what. Something somehow seemed a little bit, I don't know, I just thought I'd just better Google this again. So I went on Google and I Googled it again, and the first site I clicked was something, I can't remember, a site that scans news sites and that sort of gives scam alerts. And the first thing there was, big red alert, like this site is very new, it's only been around 6 months, and, it's not reliable. So I saw that and I thought, okay, I'd better go down and Google it a bit more, and then I clicked on a few other things, and then I found a video made by a French guy saying, be really, really careful. And he gave a lot of details about how basically he got an email by this same guy. And anyway, it turns out, to cut a long story short, turns out that the email I got, basically they sent to everybody. Everybody is accepted. So it's not at all that they really select 100 people. And it's basically it's not, I'm not saying it's a complete scam. I think there is, from what this French guy said, there is some kind of training, but very little. The quality of the videos that people are producing are not good. And what he said is that there is no option to pay monthly and stop and get out of it. You have to commit to a year, and they don't say that. They don't say you have to commit to a year. But if you select the monthly option, there is no way to cancel your subscription before the end of that first year. So really, you are making an investment of a minimum of roughly $60 or $50 if you select the pay for the whole year option. And that wasn't stated very clearly. And then, just to make sure, I did click on a few videos, because on their sales page they have a few testimonial videos, and I'd watched them, but I hadn't paid that much attention. I'd watched one or two, but there I went back and I clicked on these people's YouTube channels, and I realized that, yeah, I mean, this platform claims to help you grow really fast and produce quality content. And honestly, the videos I clicked on were not quality at all. I mean, they were no better than mine, and they were worse, if anything. So considering that they have professional help, they were not brilliant. And they were they had hardly any subscribers. I mean, I have more subscribers than almost all of these. So this confirmed what this guy had said in his YouTube video, saying, look, this is just basically a way of getting some quick money for them, not a huge amount, but a bit, and then they basically leave you to it. And this guy had contacted a guy who joined, and he was really unhappy and said there wasn't much. Anyway, all this to say that I didn't go for it in the end, obviously. But the lesson I learned from this is that they were really clever. Where they got me is they had a really good sales message, right? Because they nailed my pain points. They said it's really hard at the beginning to grow your YouTube channel organically, and it's true, it is. Okay, and you know, they presented a nice concept of solidarity, you know, helping each other. I think that's great. Then they created scarcity. They kind of said, well, you know, we only select 100 people. That made me feel very special. Obviously, I thought, wow, I've been spotted. They think I could potentially be one of these 100 people in the whole year who are selected. You know, and looking back, if they were only selecting 100 people, they'd charge a lot more than $5 a month, right? But anyway, but you know, my point is, it made me feel really special. And I thought, wow, you know, there's no way I'm going to turn this down. This is really good. And I was nearly taken in. And if I had fallen for it, well, it wasn't the end of the world. I mean, it's not thousands or anything, but I can really put these $60 somewhere else. Definitely, I need them to grow my business and to, do all sorts of other things. So I'm really pleased I didn't go for it. And this has made me even more aware of the necessity to be really, really careful. My connection is going funny. It's telling me I'm talking too long. I've gone on for 13 minutes. My goodness, this is really long. Okay, so anyway, what I was saying is, this is it was a really good reminder to me to be really careful. I mean, guys, be careful online. You know, it's a great place. I mean, I've met great people. I've met some people who are really trust. But there are plenty of people with ill intentions out there, plenty, and you just never know who's on the other side of an email, or you know, if somebody goes live like me, then you kind of can tell, you know, you know who they are. But apart from that, there's not much way of knowing. You know, I could send an email and say I'm anybody, and nobody would really know, right? It is really easy to make a claim that you are somebody, that you're doing something that you are not doing. So, you know, be careful, and be careful even if it looks very professional, very real. It isn't always. So definitely, be careful. And again, remember that if you want to sell something, you've just got to go for people's pain points, and you've got to create a bit of scarcity, and you've got to make them feel special. If you make someone feel special, I mean, at least with me, that works really, really well. I buy if somebody makes me feel special. I really just do. I buy at least much more easily. So there you go. This I wanted to share this. I think it's a really valuable lesson. Let me know if that happened to you, what you learned from it, if you fell for a scam, or if you spotted one a mile off, or whatever. I'd love to know. Please let me know if you watch this video on live or on replay. Give it a like, and I'll be back tomorrow for more. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.